Okay, so Gyre. She's one of my personal favorites, but she does have some nitpicking that I can do on her as a warframe. Um, so yeah, before I get to that, I did show a second build in the builds part of the video at the very end. The second build is good. It just requires you to trash kill a little bit more to sustain your energy. I feel like it's a lot more comfortable to have just super high amount of energy on Gaia, so I opted for the um, Arcane Energize route rather than buffing up my code of basis more. Um, but the first one can work if you're comfortable with it. I just think the second one is a little bit more comfy. But yeah, the one is very, very good. With the augment, it's super strong. It makes all weapons have electric DOTs. If you stack a lot of ones on top of each other, like the little balls, you can have 3 out at the same time. If you have them all in the same place, it'll beef up the electric damage even more. So there's like a lot of fun stuff you could do with like the electric for primaries. Yeah, electric for primary weapon fire. Archon shards with the augment for the one and just placing down 3 of them. You can, realistically, if you're running raw, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get the phage to work pretty well with Gaia. It's just that I've been playing Gaia for a long time, and the code basis has been my favorite combo personally. So that's what that's what I'll be running in the video. But there's a lot that could work here. Getting a electric DOT for free is very, very strong. Obviously you want to have some weapons that don't require the electric DOT to kill trash, but if you have like a frax killer that you want to use but it needs a DOT, it's not an issue. You can always place down one ball as you're entering the green zone to open the exo, and then you can place one down as they're coming out. You'll see a lot of the time I'll be priming, putting down my one, pulling out my basis, and then one-shotting them. So all the damage bonuses just stack up really nicely. You end up just destroying fraxes. Yeah, the two definitely subsume. It really does not do anything besides like tickle the enemy. It's really not a great ability, but she more than makes up for it considering her 1, 3, and 4 are all really, really good. The 3 is definitely her, I don't want to say main ability, but her 3 and 4 definitely is her main thing. But the 3 basically will increase the crit chance that you have on your abilities and your weapons. So even weapons with semi-low crit can get decent crit hits just because of the buffing from the 3. Obviously you can snapshot the 3 as well with sling strength and stuff like that to just really maximize it, because you're going to keep the duration active at all times with the augment. It works really well with the 4 because the 4 will like create electric zaps on enemies that like spread around when you kill enemies with it up, and then with the augment obviously the duration of the 4 doesn't go down, and you get more CC out of it. And I think Gaia has like, I want to say like 3 main ways you can play her. I think one of them is basically irrelevant at this point, but you could do it with pillage over 2, just pillage gate. You can do it with how I'm doing it, which is where you just maximize your CC to live, and basically just try not getting hit at any point in time by enemies just because you have so much crowd control. Or 3, you could do it with just hardcore shield gating. With the 1 is a good shield gate, but I feel like hardcore shield gating on a warframe that is constantly vulnerable in operator mode is kind of annoying. The 3 and the 4 make you vulnerable in operator, so if you don't want to be vulnerable in operator, you're just going to have to give up your best abilities on your warframe, just have to not use them, which is obviously just a silly idea. Her 3 and 4 are super strong, so not using them just because they make you vulnerable in operator is backwards. But yeah, as I was talking, about the coded basis is the coded basis is really nice. It benefits really well from the electric DOTs. It benefits a lot from the crit. It doesn't really need a primer with stuff like raw, but it is nice. You'll see, I'll probably, if I remember correctly, I did show a couple of instances where I didn't prime at all, and I just shot at frags to see how fast it would kill with raw, with the one active, and it's like, it's okay, but obviously it's going to be a lot more consistent with with a primer of your choice. I just chose the compressor because it's my personal favorite. But yeah, I think the code basis is really quite good. You basically just max out its damage output, get a couple of buffs on it, and it's really good. And I can't remember what the percentage is on my code basis, but it's not too high. So if you have a higher code basis, like honestly, this thing will rip. But yeah, I chose compressor because it can get corrosive and viral on the same weapon without nourish. Because it has a base viral built into it, so you just mod for corrosive and magnetic, and you get the trinity of killing practices, which is corrosive, magnetic, and viral. Really good primer. With the secondary fortifier arcane, it just increases your survivability a lot. And then I'm using the free, not the free, the melee for trash killing. Akina is really strong. Benefits a lot from having stronger electric damage procs on the one, so that's always nice, but it's not really needed. You have the raw buffing, so yeah. The Sentinel is Worm. I'm using it mostly from the gate, and so I can proc Reinforce Bond, because I feel like running it without Reinforce Bond, running coded basis without Reinforce Bond is a struggle. It's super slow. So yeah. I'm running that for Reinforce Bond, and I'm running the Tazzy for maximum CC. With Shivering Contagion and a Cold, it can proc like Viral, Magnetic, and Cold, which is super nice. With Shivering Contagion, obviously it will spread to enemies, and if you're running stuff like Duplex, Momentous, and Manifold Bond, it spreads really, really fast. More and more CC, very, very nice for this type of build. So yeah, I think it's really quite good. Yeah, enjoy the builds, enjoy the gameplay.